Hey guys, this is Mr. Weaver. This is weird, this is awkward, but this is how we're going to do this, I guess. I hope to do these messages about once a week to tell you what's going on for the week. I'm going to tell you, this is going to feel a lot like regular class. We're going to look at some slideshows, we're going to take some notes, we're going to continue learning just like we did, just without me blabbing in front of the classroom to you. So let me talk to you about this week. When you go into Google Classroom, the best place to go is classwork. Don't necessarily stay on the stream because it's going to be in a strange order. So if you go into classwork, one of the first things you're going to see is the slideshow for the week, and it's called E-Learning Reconstruction Phase 2. If things are going to work right, it's going to show you the plan for the week. So if you look at this, we have to do a quiz as review. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Then we have a slideshow about phase 2 of Reconstruction. If you remember last time, we went through phase 1 of Reconstruction, which was called presidential Reconstruction. Phase 2 is called congressional Reconstruction. Obviously, you can see who is in charge then. And then at the end of the week, we'll probably do what you should do, a review game, and finish up whatever part of the slideshow and notes that you didn't get done. So again, we have a quiz as review to start with over presidential Reconstruction. Just click the link, and then you'll go through a slideshow, slide by slide. There's some reading to do. Make sure you read all of it. There's some more reading to do. Make sure you read all of it. Look at the pictures. There's some more reading to do. Now, for example, this is a highlighted term, Civil Rights Act of 1866. When you see a purple box like this, that means to actually go to your notes and fill in the information about the term. So if you go out, another thing on Google Classroom will be the Phase 2 Congressional Reconstruction notes. I'm actually going to add the word notes right here. And it's going to be exactly the same as we did with that organizer in our packets. So you'll have the Civil Rights Act of 1866. This box is a little bit different. Who was responsible for this event? If you remember Black Codes, it was the Southern state governments. You'll have to do some reading about who came up with this idea. And then you'll have a complete description of the event. That's all going to be here. This needs to be in your own words. Don't just copy exactly what the book has. That doesn't mean you've learned anything. So put it in your own words. And then over here, if you remember, we had plus signs if we thought that the thing was a positive event for African Americans in the South, and we have a minus sign if it was negative. We're going to do the same thing right here. If it's positive or if it's negative, you'll put it right here for African Americans in the South. And then you're going to put how positive or how negative. Remember our plus signs and minus signs. 3 plus signs means really, really positive. 2 plus signs means medium positive. 1 plus sign means kind of. And then the same with minus. 3 minus signs is really bad for African Americans. 2 minus signs is pretty bad. And 1 minus sign, it's a little bit negative for African Americans. So we're going to do this. I think there's 5 terms for this section. Civil Rights Act of 1866. I'm going to find this cool thing here. There. Well, no, not so much. Yeah. So Civil Rights Act of 1866. You're going to do all of those things with that. Then you're going to go to the 14th Amendment. Do you remember what the 13th Amendment was? That's right, it got rid of slavery. Now we have the 14th. And then something called the Military Reconstruction Act. That's pretty serious. And you'll learn about that. Johnson's impeachment. So this is President Andrew Johnson gets impeached. He gets charged with a crime, and then he's going to be put on trial. And the results of that are either going to be positive or negative for African Americans. And then this idea of what's called sharecropping. And you're going to see what that's all about. So you'll go through the slideshow. You'll see all of those different terms in here. What I've done is I've highlighted the term, and then when I think you are ready to fill in the boxes, I've kind of put a purple box here. So there's some pages with no purple box and no highlighting. You're just going to read those pages. Some pages with lots of pictures and graphs. Military Reconstruction Act is here, but I don't think you can fill it in until you've looked at that picture. Go down here, Johnson's impeachment's here, but there's a lot of pages on impeachment. Now, every once in a while, you're going to find a video. Oh, here's a Mr. Betts. And so you're going to watch that. Here's another video. This is from a different source. So when you click on it, it's going to take you out, and in this case, to a CBS News source. When you click on it, watch the video. It'll help you understand what's going on. Then you go all the way through, and there's the last piece about sharecropping. What I have here at the end, make sure you're all done. There's my email. I probably won't do a live session, definitely not every day. Maybe once a week we'll do something live. One thing I want to do live are some review games. I figured out a way we can do Kahoot. If we all get on at the same time, I can put the code in, and then we can all play Kahoot on our phones or whatever other devices remotely, and you can see who wins with whoever shows up to that session. At the end here, then I have a review game. You're going to click on for Quizlet, and then finally, at the end of each phase, I'm going to put some sort of extension video or extension activity. In this case, an extension, a video called Reconstruction, the Second Civil War. It's 90 minutes long. I wouldn't watch it if I don't have 90 minutes, or if I don't have 45 minutes to watch part of it. You have enough stuff to do from your other classes. But if you're bored and you have some time, it's really good. It gives you a lot more background than what we can do in just these few slides. So again, slides, read, do all the activities in them, watch all the videos in them, and then notes. And you'll do this for all of these pieces. Next week, then, I will put a new slideshow out there for phase 3 of Reconstruction, and a new set of notes for phase 3. We're going to do that for 4 and 5 as well. And then Mrs. Party and I will figure out how we do a project that goes with Reconstruction, and then we'll move on. So this should be a lot like class, just without me being up there. Again, I miss you guys. I look forward to seeing your faces when we do some things together. So you're going to continue the slideshow. Everything's always going to be in Google Classroom. If you have any questions at all, email me, and we can set up one-on-one online chats if we need to. We can do some things with email too. So let me know if something's not working. Let me know if something's going on. Hopefully everything works out for you. Watch those Mr. Betts. You'll like them. See ya.